Hey everyone, we're going to look at three questions in one recording. The first is, can you address opinions? What are they? I know this sounds a bit dopey because they're thoughts and self-created, but I'm curious. Are opinions a way we express conditioning? So that's one. And then there was another one that came in, which is just what is true? And then another one, which is a bit of a longer question about truth, which is it's really interesting to read. Hi Claire, you often say something like, see what's true or what is real. This is highly confusing to me. Yeah. I don't know what the definition of true or real could be. Doesn't it depend on situation and person and? So it's highly subjective and transient. Yes, indeed, which means it can't be true. For example, I might see in a moment the truth is being treated unfairly by someone, and in another moment just feeling angry, in another moment just feeling energy moving through my body, and in another moment just a body sitting. All truth about the same situation. No, not all truth. All beliefs, versions of belief. Yeah. Someone else might not even see a body, as there are no bodies. Well, I'm making this up. It's not my experience. But I've heard people saying that. So many different truths and realities. Yeah. Is truth always the momentary subjective truth? I would say never. Or is there another truth? Yes. So what is truth, or the reality you speak about? These words really send me in a complete confusion. Yes, brilliant. Yeah, and we can. I mean, this brilliant. This listener has really described what's going on with these layers and layers and layers of belief, of association, creating these things, and what is true, what's actually true in experience, in memories, in opinions, in descriptions. And there's this lovely quote from Margaret Atwood in The Handmaid's Tale. It's impossible to say a thing exactly the way it was, because what you say can never be exact. You always have to leave something out. There are too many parts, sides, cross currents, nuances, too many gestures which could mean this or that, too many shapes which can never be fully described, too many flavours in the air or on the tongue, half colours, too many. Yeah, beautiful writing. It's that, isn't it? The it's because if we consider the material world, the world out there, reality of people, of events, of circumstances, of landscapes, of happenings, what is all of this? What is it? And where's the truth in it? Well, what we start to realize is when we consider an event, say, we are looking at that thing through the lens of the conditioning of this mind body. So all these associations, this enormous subconscious operation, all the associations that come, the indications, the implications, the the nuances, everything that in the Atwood quote. So the thing has no actual truth. The thing as it appears is this mind body's creation. And it's the same for a person. We could take a politician, say, and consider that every view of that politician is the perceiver's creation of them. So not only is there actually no objective truth, there actually isn't even an objective thing there. This is the it's the ultimate paradox, really. This sort of beautiful contraposition, really, that there is a body, there is a table, there is a computer, there's an apparent form, but everything about the way that form is held, is sort of constructed, is within the mind, within the perceiver. So it's there and not there at the same time. It's apparently real, but everything about it is a version that has nothing to do with the thing or the person and everything to do with the perceiver, just like the listener described. And so what this leads us to, like really logical, what's so beautiful about this conversation is it's absolutely logical, is that there is no fundamental truth in experience, in the way things appear, in past memories, in how people are. There isn't any objective realism, we could say. There can't be, because everything has to be perceived through it has to, it doesn't exist without the perceiver, and the perceiver is operational in the creation of it. So when we say find what is true, what we're really saying is stay intimate and close enough, present enough with the person, with the event, with the thing, so that there's a realization that the appearance of it, our opinion of it, the beliefs in it, the associations with it are ours and not the things, not the persons. So that makes them the external reality a reflection of the inner conditioning. And when we stay close enough to that, what happens is this inner conditioning, which is just like, we're so unconscious in it. It rules the show. It's like a sort of mini unseen dictator that just rules everything and creates reality everywhere. And then we react to that reality. So we're the sort of operating at an unconscious level, really, where continually, like, life is just a battle against our own creations. And what we can see is that is seen more and more clearly. There's less and less energy going into the drama and the tensions of this sort of insecure, conditioned self fighting its own mirror, and more into actually what is true. Because if the perception is completely subjective, there isn't a truth in it. The experience is real in the sense that we're having this experience, but there isn't a fundamental, objective, untouchable, unchangeable aspect to anything. And so what is true then? So what is true has to be what is beyond interpretation, what is untouched by the mind's view, what is unreachable really from that, what doesn't change, what is constant, what's always there, beyond form. It would have to be beyond form, because the moment we're in the world of form, everything then is about perception. So what is beyond form? What doesn't change? What is constant? It's whatever it is that allows this experience to take place. So the constant, the truth, would be consciousness, in which, the screen that allows the film to play out, The screen doesn't change. The screen is untouched by the film, but is the only truth of the film. It's the aliveness that is animating, that is orchestrating everything as it appears, the beingness, presence, intelligence, these things that are beyond the ever-changing perceptions, that ever-changing lens, what lies beyond it. And the reason for asking what's true is that it instead of the mind going round and round in this hamster wheel of reaction to its own creations, it's like paused in inquiry. What's actually true here? What actually am I? What is real? These questions, they're like a sort of route off the motorway in a way. It's just like we go round and round and round this roundabout, but a question like this is like an exit point into actual inquiry, where the mind isn't lost anymore, fighting, caught up in its own drama. There's an exit now, which is genuine openness, genuine inquiry. What is not changing here? And that then is the truth of us. That can only be the truth of us. We can't be the perceptions. We can't be the experience. We have to be the constant space which allows the experience to happen. And it's enormous, this, really enormous. And I love Byron Katie's work, and to see the videos of her with people when, her first question, is it true? People come with their sort of heart-rending story that has occupied their whole lives. Such emotion attached to it, such depth of feeling and lostness within it. And the question, is it true? Is it really true? And we can see when someone is really engaged with that question, we can see them, we see it in their faces, like an exit out of the story, like a sort of a light going on, looking through it, like really what's true. And it never is. It never is. It can't really ever be true, because everything is held in from a certain viewpoint, a certain lens, a certain frame that says this is this, they're like this, I'm like this, they're over there like that. But it's so manufactured in a way, really. It's a product of whatever's been learned, whatever's at stake in that moment, whatever looks to be important, whatever looks to be real. It's all in there. And it's the question, is it true? No, never, ultimately. And that's not denial. It's really not denial. It's about being so present, so intimately connected with the thing, that everything that is subjective falls away. Yeah, and this is liberation. This is it's enlightenment, in the sense that the weight of these things carried around as reality, reacted to, fought against, resisted, they're just thoughts, but the weight on the body is huge. And there's these things like pop away, pop. No, it's not true. It's not like nothing. It's like going through it with a microscope, an electron microscope, going all the way down, or like Google Earth, or the sort of zoom in function on a sat nav, going in until empty space, really nothing there. Yeah, it's liberation, and it's the opposite of denial, because it's present, it's right in it, it's right there with it, with an open, inquiring curiosity that is free of agenda. Really, it's just seeing what's true. Yeah, brilliant. So thank you so much for those questions. Lots of love. Bye.